was going into my jaw, just for a couple of minutes here and there. It wasn't like all the time, but bone is hard for the zeolite to get into. Cancer tissue is really tough on the outside. It's like it's got a crab shell around it. It doesn't want to be gotten, but the zeolite can get through it. So every molecule of zeolite can kill a cancer cell.
If it can get through the field.
No, it does. It's just because it actually is so negatively charged that it attracts the zeolite to it faster than anything else. There was one study with fourth stage cancer people. It's probably 10, 12 or maybe even 15 years ago. And so they were fourth stage cancers, less than 2 months to live. And they were on a big dose, like say 60 drops a day, something like that. And 2 years later, 78% of them were still alive. So it is a very specific thing for pulling out toxins and pulling out cancer tissue out of the body. And then the Ribarax, it also helps to, it's more, that one works differently. So the zeolite works because of the charge. So because it's a charged mineral that is drawn to the cancer cell and pulls it out. Whereas the Ribarax is more about boosting the immune cells that help to fight cancer. So that's the sachets, and that's why it's, up to 3 sachets a day, to shrink it before they start any invasive treatments, so that you'll need less invasive treatments, if that's what you choose to do. Okay, so we'll go back through your brain again. Cissy, trust us, is sponsored multiple A, B, C, D, paraliver, RAS, PG, PG. Good. Let me just check supplements while you're there.
That's rich.
The next person. Is there anything else that should be on this list that isn't? Okay, so what's the first priority for this body? Yeah. Alright. So the first is up to 4 squirts of zeolite a day.
Or
4 squirts. 4 droppers.
how much in the dropper?
About 1 ml.
Is that this much?
Where you just get the squirt. Yeah, so the squirt. So you just fill up the dropper, 4 of those a day. You can't hurt yourself with it.
That's pink stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Second priority is Brock shots. 1 a day, so working on the genes, helping to switch on your anti-tumour genes and protecting them as well, because Brock shots will be about protection during the chemo and the radiation as well.
I must be nearly out of Brock shots, I think.
Cool. Would you rather try the tablet form and see whether or not you have less windiness and stuff?
Which one is better?
Oh, the Brock shots is better.
I think at this stage in your
Yeah.
life you should continue them.
Yeah. Yeah, about 30 drops a day of iodine. Yeah, right, but you could have up to 60 drops.
you've given me something other than drops to have in iodine after the drops you use up, haven't you?
You've got 2 lots of drops for iodine. You've got the old one you had plus the new one I dropped off.
Have I?
Yep. Interesting. So there are things, you know, the triple negative thing, I was curious whether or not things like Meta I3C or Oclear, things that actually clean out the xenoestrogens, they're not showing up as well as, because the Brock shots, the zeolite and the iodine will already be really working on that stuff anyway, but that's okay, which is good. You know, so yeah.
No, I didn't take half of the things I probably should have taken last night. By then I was
Exhausted. Yeah.
And when I tell
I'll
you
write
that
that
sometimes I'm too tired to take things, it's, or you think if I put anything else in my tummy except a glass of water, it'd probably make me sick.
Those are probably the times to do an extra squirt of zeolite, because it'll sop up the cortisol in your gut as well. So zeolite doesn't tend to make people sick, but it's probably something you can manage in those times, and at least then you're still doing something anti-cancer at that moment, just as a thought.
And what was the stuff that's got a picture of a bowel on the front?
Oh, the Toxaprevent, yeah, so that's when your gut's feeling upset as well. So that's zeolite specifically for the gut. So, because it doesn't leave the intestines, so the Toxaprevent, whereas the liquid zeolite and the powder zeolite, both of which you've got at home, if you're doing juices, you can put in the powdered zeolite. If you're making up some Fibroplex or Carmex or something, you can put in the powdered zeolite. But if you're just doing but if your tummy's just feeling upset and you don't want anything else, then that's when the Toxaprevent are really good. So yeah, you've got 3 forms of zeolite at home. Love the zeolite. Okay, so we've picked up the body to it, so next time, because we've calmed down the survival patterns, we've got your brain integrated a bit better in the immune system to really start recognising these nasty little blighters. So that's where we've got to today.
I was thinking of not going to Power Talk in 2 weeks, but I think I would better come here.
You need the social activity, I think, as well.
Oh.
Thanks, everyone. We're hoping for a speedy recovery for Little Miss Joy. Okay, love you all. See you later.